is up, flag throwers? This is Luke on the intro because Cole lost his voice. All you chaps and gats are going to have to listen to me and Jordan talk a little bit more today because Cole is not going to be able to speak that much because he went really hard in the paint at that wedding on Saturday. So me and Jordan will be taking the charge today.
Awesome.
Boys, how's it going?
Pretty good. Also, congrats to Ty. Congrats to my man.
Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, Cole went a little hard in the paint, but it's all right. He got to recover for when we do this bachelor weekend coming up. You know, it's right around the corner, so you're not gonna be able to recover too much. But
right.
I'm doing good, man. Cole,
I just want to say,
I'm about to say you're very limited, but go ahead, tell us how you doing.
I love Ty like a brother, so it's like my brother getting married. I had to go hard in the paint, bro. They went Blink-182 to Mr. Brightside, bro.
Oh,
like, what did you expect me to do?
Yeah, you got to. You got to.
I had to do it, bro. Somebody had to do it.
All right,
it happened to be me.
Understandable.
But no, it was a beautiful day. Couldn't have asked for better weather. The pictures were awesome. It was an all-time event. It lived up to the hype.
Heck yeah.
Ty, Cameron, congrats to y'all. That was fucking awesome.
Brother.
Let's go. So, Jordan, what do we got going on in the NFL in recent days?
Oh, first and foremost, we can start with everybody's probably seen it by now, but the Rashee Rice news, the wide receiver for the Kansas
City. It's my Gat of the week.
Yes, we'll be spending 30 days in jail. He will be missing OTAs in minicamp due to violating probation because the man cannot, say it with me, stay off the weed.
Got that probation violation.
I don't understand it, man. Me and Cole were having this conversation earlier. We were like, God, just make us rich. Like, I don't understand how these dudes be wasting money. That's money going down the toilet. You get money for attending those things, bro. Like, and then imagine something else happens, and then you're missing game time for the regular season. Then you're really in trouble. I kind of want to branch this out into more of an open discussion as far as like, what do you think the Chiefs are going to do? Do you think the talent still outweighs everything, all the baggage that he has so far? Because so far it's been domestic, it's been speeding, it's been the weed.
Killing people.
Like, what are we doing with him?
I'll go first. Fuck it. Me personally, I would cut him.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to cut him, though. If they were going to, they would have did it already.
What do you think his trade value is? Because he's a great player. I mean, he's a good receiver.
He's probably not worth shit anymore.
Just because of the baggage, you think?
Oh, yeah, because like every team that like they're going to try and trade him to, they're going to be like, oh, he might go to jail.
Yeah.
It might be a Henry Ruggs situation.
What is he like in the locker room, though?
His teammates like him. I haven't heard anything bad about him in the locker room.
Okay.
It's just his off the field stuff.
Yeah. Could be, kind of like a Ruggs situation, kind of like an Antonio Brown situation. I mean, that's the most notorious wide receiver that absolutely went off the rails.
Yeah.
Or maybe more like a Martavis Bryant, something like that.
Yeah, it definitely feels more like a Martavis Bryant.
So yeah, I mean, like Martavis Bryant was going to be really good.
He was nice. He was nice, man.
But
Josh Gordon,
that's a big
like
one.
we're listing off these names. A lot of them are Steelers. It just seems like these guys that have all this talent and can't really figure out how to behave off the field. It seems like they just don't really stick around for too long.
This is a whole nother conversation, Luke, but I just want to touch on it since you brought it up. I'm loving the fact that we got Jeremy Bernard because he's just such an opposite of what we've been doing.
Oh, yeah.
What
a great guy.
I think the only outlier we've had as far as like not having character concerns, but just he was hated. He was definitely overhated. It was like Juju. I think Juju didn't have any character concerns. It was just like the TikTok and people just didn't like it, which is fair. But as far as like, AB, gosh dang, who do we just say? Martavis Bryant.
Martavis,
you got, I'm not going to put like a Mike Wallace or anything in there, but I'm going to put in the sense of like them leaving the Steelers to go elsewhere. Seems like you get these talented receivers and you're just switching them out. So it definitely feels like that. I'm hoping he's able to continue his career and get his stuff. I'm all for people, getting their bread. I'm all for people, having the privilege to be in the National Football League, to, represent their country. It's called the National Football League for a reason. I love the sport, but it's a privilege, again, like I just said. So I think he's just going to have to take a look in the mirror and evaluate some things. Big Red gonna have to put his foot down, man. I know Big Red's a player coach, but he's gonna have to.
How many chances are they gonna give this
That's
guy?
what I'm saying. Big Red, I know you're.
He's gotta take that look in the mirror. Like I just watched the Michael Jackson movie. I'm starting
I
with the
did too. Hey,
man in
Luke,
the mirror.
human nature's been stuck in my head for like 5 days, bro. A human nature.
I can't believe Man in the Mirror wasn't in that movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I
Well,
was
it
waiting
was,
for it the whole
man,
time.
when did he record? I thought Man in the Mirror was after like 1980 though, because he was really.
Maybe it was.
'Cause
Yeah,
the
maybe
movie
it
only
was.
covered really the 1980s and 1970s.
Is it true that they're making a second movie?
I don't know how they could, because that's
That's
when
what
all
I
the
heard.
legal stuff comes up. So like, I don't know if his estate would let them.
Because like I feel like we're getting way off topic
We're
now.
way off
I feel
topic,
like
but it's cool.
I feel like you can't really like have the Michael Jackson story without like all that other stuff. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I
Like
think.
I feel like when they ended the movie, I was like, wait, I was waiting for all this other stuff. Like
Yeah.
what?
Well, I will say my man was acquitted. But but I think
Luke wanted to see all the fire trucks.
you can do it in a respectful way. I think you can. I think
Right, yeah.
it's like again, we're so off topic. But like if you watch the movie, this is a spoiler, but not a spoiler. If you know Mike, man was addicted to painkillers. They basically introduced it in the movie after like the whole Pepsi commercial incident.
Right.
So like if you're gonna do that and kind of introduce that, I think you can introduce some other stuff and still be like respectful about it. But anyway, we're way off topic. Back to Rashee Rice. Stay off the weed, my brother. Next up, just covering this is more like a Steelers thing. So Luke, if you want to chip in as well. First and foremost, big news, I guess, which isn't really big news. I mean, I think we all saw this coming. Aaron Rodgers signs back with the Pittsburgh Steelers. No surprise there. He's back on a 1 year, 1 year deal worth up to $25 million. I think the base is 22.
What the hell going on?
But yeah, I think the base is 22.
Hey
but
man.
with incentives, it goes up to 25. I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot. But then if you also look at the quarterback market, it's really not that much considering what a lot of the starters are getting in the league. So I'm not like upset, But as far as what this does for the young players, Luke, I'm gonna let you chime in as well. I think, again, I would probably prefer the youngins be in there and just see what you have and see if we're gonna draft the first one in the first next year. But I'm not against having Aaron in for 1 year, having Will Howard sit for
Will
a year,
Howard.
another year, Drew Aller behind them.
What?
I think this makes Mason Rudolph expendable. But before I go any
Definitely.
further, I'm gonna let you think about it, Luke, or say what you gotta say.
I mean, I feel like I don't mind another year of Raj. I really like seeing the Instagrams with Rodgers Realm. You guys know that guy. Maybe we should get him on the show. That'd be pretty epic. Realm, if you're listening to this, we want you on the show. But honestly, like I kind of like the Rodgers experience, even if it does mean we're gonna go 9-8 again. Just watching him play is pretty cool, especially in
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad about it, and having those young guys learn under him for a year can't hurt. He's older; he could get hurt, and then then you could see what you have with Aller or Howard, in a short term kind of thing. But yeah, I'm definitely not mad about it for sure.
Yeah. I would say I think it's good because he's still top 15-ish. He's like borderline top
Yeah.
15-ish still, which is plenty good enough, especially if you have a good enough roster. Um,
Right.
so I think with that being said, and also again, we know how he is in the media. We know he hates the media. The media hates him. But as far as his teammates, you never heard a bad thing about Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, the teammates love him,
I've
man.
never heard a bad thing about Aaron Rodgers from his
He's
teammates.
back with Mike McCarthy,
So,
who I don't think he ever won less than 11 games with in a
With
season.
Aaron, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like,
So I
and he
think
has
it's
more, more weapons than last year. They have
Yeah.
Pittman. They have another very reliable receiver, which is going to open up Metcalf even more.
offensive line is looking better.
Right. So
Running back room, we actually got running backs that can run in between the tackles. No offense to Gainwell, he, but he was just more of a pass catcher, but he did great for us. So miss you, Kenny G.
I think it's going to be a similar season to last year, and
I
then
think so too.
we'll see what happens. Once we get to that
Yeah,
first
of
round
course.
playoffs.
I mean, I don't think Steelers are even close to winning the Super Bowl, but I think they can win a playoff game if they get the right matchup. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's going to be another 10
If
and
they get
7.
the right matchup and if they're healthy enough at
And
the
if they're
time,
healthy enough, I think
they
it'll be
could.
another
Yeah,
10
I
and
could I
7.
could see them winning
Yeah.
at least one round.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a 10 and 7 type year, 11 and 6 maybe if we get one of those to swing our way, one of those close games.
Mhm.
Our schedule is like middle of the pack. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah,
I
it
think
ain't
we've
bad.
had harder schedules in the past, so I'm not really worried about it. But yeah, just moving on to like another piece of Steeler news. Will Howard actually came out as QB again. We know it's only May. Will Howard came out as QB2 in OTAs.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, Mason Rudolph at 3, Drew Aller at 4. Obviously, him being the rook, he's going to have to make his way up, even with the talent that he has.
right.
But again, I'm not going to hash on it too much. I do think that this makes Rudolph expendable. He's already left the team once. He's a 8-9 year veteran. They spent a third on Drew Aller. I don't care if they spent only a 6 on Howard. They're not going to dump Howard after 1 year.
I don't think they will.
Yeah, so I think this makes Rudolph super expendable. I think again, you're gonna let Mason or not Mason, you're gonna let Rodgers play the year out. Hopefully it turns out well, you know. Hopefully he stays healthy the whole season because I'm not trying to see Drew Aller in there week 5. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be a bad season. But yeah, hopefully they can learn from him. No, thanks. I know he's gonna be a good teammate. But yeah. Cole, any like Ravens? I don't want you to talk too much, because we got to save you for a little bit of MLB. But anything on the Ravens that you want
We do not care.
before we move on?
We do not care.
Moving on.
No Ravens news. Moving on.
Okay. I can get in the UFC, or do you want to do Chaps and Gats?
Why don't we do our Chaps and Gats
Okay, let's
here
go to
on
Chap Gats.
in the early going.
Okay.
I'll lead it off. So, my chap of the week, actually
I'm about to make a name for myself here.
both my chap and gat of the week are kind of from that game 7 between the Montreal Canadiens and the Buffalo Sabres last night. My chap of the week is the Montreal Canadiens. Wow. I mean, I was rooting for Buffalo in that series, but it's crazy to say Montreal is 8 wins away from winning the Stanley Cup, 4 wins away from going to the Stanley Cup. They're going to have to go through a really tough team in the next round in Carolina, but really good young team.
Have they ever had an
able to-
appearance? Or when was their
What's
last
that?
appearance? Have they ever had an appearance, or when was their last appearance?
The Montreal?
Yeah.
They've won the most cups in the whole league, but they won all
what
of
is
their
it?
Stanley
Okay.
Cups back when the NHL was only
Oh,
6
that's crazy.
teams.
Okay.
So they're
Is it
kind of like
like
the
a-
New York Yankees
They
now.
haven't
it like-
made an appearance since like the 70s, right?
Is it
No,
legit, or
no,
is it
they went to the COVID Cup against the Lightning, but that doesn't really count. They went in
Is it-
2020.
Is it a legitimate cup, or is it more like the Browns when they were just winning all the AFC championships?
It's kind of like that. I mean, I
Okay.
feel like their last like legit one was probably like the 70s or 80s.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been. I know. Actually, no. I think their last legit one was 93, maybe.
Okay. Fair.
It's been a long time since a team from Canada has won the Stanley Cup too. So that's why
2 years.
yeah. So that's why I'm gonna root for them. Of the 4 teams that are left. Cole, who are you rooting for?
Bro, Montreal should be Gat of the week, bro. It should have been Buffalo.
I would have liked to see Buffalo, but now I'm rooting for Montreal. But yeah, so they're my chaps of the week. We'll do it differently this time, just because of how I align my chap and gat. I'll just give my gat of the week right now. I don't know if you guys watched that game last night, but the Canadians won up 2-0, like pretty early in the first period, and then Buffalo came back. They tied it, I think, with maybe like 13 minutes left. They tied it
It was
2.
Sandine, right? Or whatever his name is. It was their
it was-
captain that tied it.
Yeah, Darlene tied it.
Yeah, Darlene.
And then I think it was with like 7 minutes left in regulation with the game 2-2. There was a puck that trickled behind the Canadians' goaltender and went in the net, but the ref lost sight of the puck and blew the whistle before it crossed the goal line, so they called it no goal, which would have most likely been the goal to win the series. They call that no goal. No one else scores. It goes to overtime, and then Montreal wins in overtime. So my
That
gat
was a
of
bullshit winner too.
it kind of was. It was a soft goal. But my gat of the week is that ref, Wes McCauley. He's been a ref for as long as anybody. How do you like blow the whistle there? Like I feel like the puck was in pretty clean sight. Like watching it on TV at least. They missed that call at the end of regulation that would have been the winning goal. So that ref, Wes McCauley, he's my gat of the week. I feel like he really messed that one up, but I feel like Montreal still deserved to win. That game was, when it's so close like that, it's just like a coin flip who's going to win. But it easily could have been Buffalo if that call went their way.
All right. You want me to go? All right, I will go. You went Chap or you went Gat first? Chap.
I went Gat, then Chap.
Okay.
Or,
For my
I went
Gat of the
Chap,
week.
Chap, then Gat. Chap, then
Okay,
Gat. My
Chap.
bad.
Oh, Chap's Victor Wembanyama. Oh my gosh. Did you watch that game 7? Oh, so for those who don't know, the San Antonio Spurs, second seed in the West, beat well, they didn't beat the brakes off. It was a great game. It went to overtime. Was it double overtime? I think it was double. I don't
Was it
remember.
double?
Yeah, it was double. Yeah.
Overtimes, yeah.
Beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. It was like
Wow.
I would say San Antonio's not technically an underdog, but they kind of were, only because you think, it's OKC. You got the reigning MVP. They were just blowing teams out of the water. But if you look at the regular season, I think the Spurs won, was it 4 out of their 6 matchups? So the Spurs really handled them pretty well in the regular season. So going into this series, I knew it was going to be a good one. Victor Wembanyama, man. I think he's really going to be the face of the league after LeBron retires. I no, for sure. I definitely think he is. 7'4". Was he? I think he's only 22 years old.
He pulled up from like 35 feet to send it to double overtime.
Defensive player of the year. That man is a dog. He had 40 points, 20 plus rebounds, youngest player, 20. I think he had like 24, and like 9 of them were offensive. The rest were defensive. So just all around, just dominating performance. He put Chet in a blender a million times. I think I just buried the lead on who my Gat's going to be, but he put Chet in a blender a million times. It was an amazing game to watch. I can't wait for game 2. Tonight we got the Cavs, so I'm excited for that game too.
Go Cavs, baby.
But yeah, I think my Chap of the week is definitely Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, and I guess I'll go straight to Gat because you did Gat too, right, Luke?
Right.
And then, I already buried the lead, but my Gat of the week is freaking Chet Holmgren. My gosh. Man, I don't know how you're 7 foot and you're 125 soaking wet. Like, that man just gets bullied down in the post. He just had a bad night. I think they'll shake back. Shea had a decent night. But yeah, I think it was just San Antonio's, it was just San Antonio's night. It doesn't help that they're going to be in San Antonio for game 2. So I don't know. OKC better watch out. I think Wemby's a class act, so he's not going to say, even in his interview, he was like, team effort, blah, 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 even though they were trying to push the narrative that, he did that game, or like he played that well because, he was trying to make a statement about the MVP. You're not going to get that out of Wemby. Obviously, we know that he felt slighted, and that's why he went out there and performed the way he did. But, he's a class act, so he's not going to say it. But yeah, Chet Holmgren, get it together, my guy. That is my Gat of the week.
So my Chap of the week is the Philadelphia Phillies.
Come on.
What?
Luke automatically, come on.
What was I supposed to pick?
Whatever.
Anything else is
Go into your spiel about it. I'll listen to it.
No, it has nothing to do with the Pirates. It's just that they were like dead to rights, and then they fired their manager, and now they're back above 500 and back in the playoff race.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sound like something the Raiders would do.
It was either them or the St. Louis Cardinals, buddy.
Both I disapprove, but yeah, whatever.
My other Chap, I guess, could be Jackson Holiday because he returned.
How'd he look? I didn't get to watch the game.
He's returning right now. Hang on,
Oh,
I
the
can
game
pull
though.
it up.
Okay.
Let's see how he's doing. He's 0 for 2 with a K.
Is this
Oh,
the
okay.
Rays series or is that tomorrow?
No, they're playing the Rays right
Okay.
now. And then my GAT of the week usually is the Orioles, so I won't do it this week. But my GAT of the week is Rashee Rice. That dumbass should be out of the league, bro. Genuine, like, piece of shit opinion. Don't sue me. Yeah, should not be in the league. Being in the NFL is a privilege, and you're going to act like a dumbass. You get multiple chances on a Super Bowl caliber roster. Get the fuck out of my face,
Bro,
dude.
if
Bro
you-
should be in prison.
My thing, okay, I'm not against like weed, but if you know,
Bro committed felonies. We're not talking about weed.
no, I'm saying the weed for the probation. Like I know he's
Okay.
a convicted felon. Don't I know, but I'm just saying, as far as like the weed portion of it, if you know you've already got a microscope under you, why even put yourself in that position?
That's what I'm saying, dumbass.
Yeah.
Bro is a convicted felon. I know places of employment where I live that do not accept convicted felons.
Never
How
in
the
the
fuck is there a
NFL.
convicted felon in the NFL?
He's in the NFL. We got a couple of them. It's like Greg Hardy in the UFC.
That's what the fuck I'm saying. Shit's crazy. So yeah, Rashee Rice. I genuinely hate that guy. Get him the hell out of the league, man.
Okay. Well, I guess I can get into UFC, but once again, Luke, we thank you for introducing Chaps and Gats to the channel. It's been very
Let's
fun.
go.
We
That's what I'm
shall
talking
continue
about.
it.
It's all about those
Uh,
chaps and gats.
Yeah. Now this MMA event, I never even wait. What'd you say? I missed it. I missed it.
Losing it over here.
I missed it completely.
I almost spit my water
I
out.
missed it completely.
Because Luke was like, yeah, man, it's all about them chaps and gats.
Oh shoot. But yeah,
Oh, God.
moving on to I think this now Jake Paul owns the Most Valuable Promotions, right? Or he's at least like
I don't know if he owns it
part
or
owner,
if
I
he's
think.
like, yeah, I think like
Yeah.
a part owner.
But they had a MMA mega event recently that premiered on Netflix, and I ended up watching the cards. Man, it was amazing. We had Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. We had Mike
That was
Perry.
15 seconds.
Yeah, done in 15 seconds. We had Mike Perry versus Nate Diaz, which may have been my favorite fight of the night. Love that fight. Ngannou
Nate
versus
Diaz was
Felipe Lins.
leaking.
Say it again.
Nate Diaz was leaking.
Yeah, brother. And then you got Saladin versus Kenneth Cross. You got Despania versus Junior Dos Santos, who I don't know much about. I know more about Despania, but Despania, you know, representing Cuba, came out there, the Cuban missile, handled business. But I do believe the Despania bout was the first bout, so I can just go into to each fight. Despania with his little blonde hair. But no, this fight was good. I thought Santos was doing good for most of the rounds. He caught Despania a couple of times, stumbled him, and I thought it was game over. I think around the third round, I want to say, Despania caught him with a nice hook, knocked him clean out.
Ooh.
And I think knockouts were and quick submissions were like the theme of the night. So that didn't stop just there. The Saladin and the Kenneth Cross fight, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. Saladin won. Honestly, I want to talk about the Mike Perry fight, so I'm just gonna move on to that. Mike Perry, the king of violence, baby. My goodness. That fight with Nate Diaz. Cole, you can attest to this too. Nate Diaz always looks like he's about to get knocked out or about to lose. He just stumbles around and then finds a way to just get himself back into a fight. I don't understand how he does it. Like he was getting whooped. And then the next thing I know, he's just landing shot after shot. I'm like, oh, he's actually making this a fight. Mike Perry's getting tired after.
Not to mention, he's like the worst bleeder of all time.
Yeah. Because they even saying he got scar tissue around his face and everything. So even if he gets hit like lightly, he
Bro, every Nate Diaz fight, he's leaking everywhere.
Yeah. Mike Perry, man. Mike Perry fighting his hero, basically. This was a fight. Also, I gotta put this out here. Nate Diaz, you might need to retire, my boy. That man is halfway punch drunk. I don't be understanding what he be saying half the time. I don't. I love him to death, man. You gotta hang it up, bro.
I saw a tweet.
Oh.
It was like, once Nate Diaz dies and they study his brain, it's going to be the end of UFC.
Oh, it will, bro. It's over, bro. I don't want to put anything on anybody, but you telling me there's no way that he don't have a little something right now? If Punch Drunk was a human, it'd be Nate Diaz. I don't understand, bro. But no, it was an excellent fight. Like you said, I think he was leaking by the second, I believe. He had like a big gash on his head. He had a gash on his eye. Mike Perry wasn't leaking as much. I think Nate caught him on like the cheek or something, and that's why he was bleeding. But most of the blood that was in the ring was Nate's. At some point, Nate's whole face looked like a tomato. It was just covered down his chest. I'm like, oh my gosh. But it was a good fight. Nate doesn't give up. Again, Mike Perry's a dog, so it was just a good welterweight bout. Moving on to my second favorite fight of the night, Francis Ngannou's return, man. Honestly, they shouldn't have put Felipe Lins in there with him. From that first leg kick, Cole, I don't know if you saw it. Ngannou hit him with the craziest leg kick. My man almost went down off that. I said, oh, yeah, this is a mismatch. I don't know why they're doing this to him. And from there, it was just a wash. I mean, a wash. Ngannou was playing with him. He almost knocked him out like 3 times. I commend Felipe for even taking it to the second because I thought it was going to be a first round one and done in like 45 seconds. He actually made it through the first round barely. But this is just Ngannou being as good as he was after not fighting for a year made me so mad at Dana White. Just pay the man. I don't understand why it's so hard for the MMA to pay fighters what they're supposed to fight. Now, again, Ngannou's a very proud guy. I get that he can be kind of difficult to work with, but when you got like these talented prima donnas, I get that sometimes it's a give and take. Pay the man. Pay the man. He's good for MMA. He's good
How
for
old is
UFC.
he now?
Say it again. Ngannou? I
How
think
old?
he's only early 30s. He's still fairly young if I'm not mistaken. Because his record right now is 19-3, I want to say, with 14 knockouts. Let me double check for you, but I'm pretty sure he's early 30s.
14 knockouts. Dang.
Yeah, he is. If my Google will load up. No, he's older than I thought. No, he's getting up there. He's 39. So yeah,
That's why they didn't pay him.
yeah, I didn't realize he was in phenomenal shape though. For 39, he's cut. But yeah, Ngannou's looking good. Hopefully, I hope they can work something out. I would love to see him back in the UFC. But at the same time, if Most Value Promote, if MVP keeps putting out stuff like this, I think UFC might actually have some competition on their hands. There's some good cards here. Granted, I know some of them were mismatches, but it's still made for entertaining fights. I mean, some of these underdogs were putting up good fights. I didn't think Nate Diaz was going to be Mike Perry, but I knew Nate Diaz was going to be a dog in that fight, and he was. Felipe, you hung in with Ngannou the best you could. It's Francis Ngannou, bro. Nobody wants to get in the ring with him. He's freaking 6'4", 300 pounds of pure muscle. Nobody wants to fight him, bro. And then I guess if you want to call it the fight of the night, Ronda Rousey returns to beat her hero,
Rhonda.
MMA legend Gina Carano. In 15 seconds, by the way, Carano put out like a leg kick. Ronda countered it immediately, put her into a nasty armbar. I thought her arm was done. She tapped immediately, 15 seconds, just like that. Ronda gets up, and I'm like, how do you feel in that moment? Like, and the announcer asked the question as well, where he's like, you trained for this for so long, so forth, however long it was. And he was like, did you want the fight to last a little bit longer? She was like, no, I wanted to go home to my kids. So like, I just wonder what goes through your mind when you're training for that much and then you finish a fight that fast. Like, do you feel
It
like,
paid
dang,
off.
yeah, I guess it's like it paid off because you just went out here and you just wrecked like immediately.
Yeah, he just whooped ass.
Yeah, this just so Ronda's nasty, bro. She still got it. I know towards the end she was falling off. I'm not gonna say that she's gonna come back and go on like that run she had or have like
No, she said she's done. That was
Yeah.
her retirement match.
Dang, 15 seconds. Ronda, you gotta give me something else, man. I mean, dang,
She
man.
said she's ready to have some babies now.
Fair. That is fair. That is fair. I'm not
Bro,
gonna
I hope her husband knows MMA.
I'm about to say, I got no comment on that one. I've got no comment. Oh,
Yo,
She's
yeah.
gonna break Unk's arm.
And wrapping up, congrats to Rhonda, man. Congrats to Gina. Even though the fight was 15 seconds, I loved watching the sportsmanship after. They were both crying. It was like a dream matchup, quote unquote, even though it did not live up to it at all. Um, just the names alone. But yeah, again, I don't really like Jake Paul, but him and his partners, they did good with this one. He also teased boxing in Ngannou. I wouldn't recommend that for him because we saw what happened with Anthony Joshua. And I would argue that Ngannou has more power than Anthony Joshua in his hands. So don't do that. But yeah, good UFC card. I guess we can move on to Luke, whatever you got next for us.
Yeah. So, Major League Baseball, man. I mean, what's going on with the Pirates? Seriously. Cole's chap of the week. The Phillies sweep the Pirates this weekend. I mean, I feel like the Phillies really set that tone from the
Didn't
first
Skeens
game.
pitch too?
What's that?
Didn't Skeens pitch?
Skeens pitched on Sunday, yeah. But that first game, the Pirates were up, I think 6-0 after 6 innings and 8-3 in like the 8th inning. Ended up losing in extra innings, and I guess they were just deflated from there. Lost the next 2 games. Yeah, not so good for the Pirates. They did just
Well, it's because
tie
you
the
lost Turnenburn. That's the problem.
Yeah, O'Hearn has some sort of mild quad strain. He's out for 4 weeks, which is not good. We did call up the password though, Joe Stitzen Garcia, who's been raking in
They call
AAA.
that man the
Just
password.
yeah, because the way his first name is spelled is like so like long and kind of weird that
So that's what
his
it is.
nickname is the password.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, they just called him up. He just had a game in AAA where he went 5 for 5 with 3 homers like last week. So hopefully he can step right in there and continue that. So yeah, we're playing the Cardinals this week. They were down 3-0, but they actually just tied it as we're recording here on Tuesday night. So hopefully they can bring it to the Cardinals a little bit, who have been one of the big surprises in the MLB so far this season. So yeah, we can go through my my power rankings here. Why don't
I'm
we?
interested in this. Cole,
And
I
then
know you're
Cole's
gonna
as
have some
well.
strong opinions about this one, probably.
Yeah. So my power rankings are as follows. I'll go 10-1. Number 10, I have the Brewers. Just a team that's always going to
People
be
were
there.
not happy about that, by the way.
What they thought they should be higher.
Yeah, because they were 8-2 in their last 10.
Yeah, but I feel like there's other teams, especially in the National League, that are they're just rolling better. Had to put them on there. They're at 10. I got the Cardinals at 9. I got the Guardians at 8. Maybe a little bit high, but I feel like, with their pitching, they have a chance to win every single night. The Phillies go from not ranked to number 7. Like we said, they've been rolling. I mean, I hate to do it, but I had to put them there. They're finally, once they fired their man, what was his name? I forget his name. Their old manager. They have Mattingly in there as their
Rob Thompson, right?
Yeah, Thompson. They have Mattingly in there as their interim manager. I think they've only lost like 3 or 4 games since that. They were above 500. They were 10 games under at one point. So yeah, Philly's rolling. We got the Padres on there. They've been playing very well. They just swept the Mariners. Got the Yankees. You got Garrett Cole coming back. I believe his return is going to be on Friday. I have him on my fantasy team, so hopefully he does well. I heard he's been a little bit shaky in his rehab starts.
That's normal.
That's kind of normal. But yeah, they're always going to be there. You got the Dodgers at 4. Still a really good team that they just haven't been playing as well recently. I hate to do it, but the Cubs are at 3. They've been just looking really good, leading the NL Central. You got the Rays at 2, the big surprise team, if you want to call it that. Just seems like they're mowing through everybody right now. And you got the Braves at 1, another team that's just mowing through everybody right now. Doesn't look like they have any signs of stopping. Although, just announced today, they have Drake Baldwin going on the IL. So hopefully they, can keep on track, because he produces a lot of offense for them. Cole, do you want me to go through your power rankings? All right, Cole's power rankings. Slightly different from mine, but slightly similar. He has the same top 4. I'll say that. We'll start from 10, though. He's got the Reds at 10. I don't have the Reds on my list. I feel like they fell off pretty hard, but now they're starting to come back a little bit. So it's like, what's going on with the Reds? I don't really know. I don't really mind them at 10, but I feel like for me, if I had to make a list that was like 12 or 13, they might be around the 12 or 13 mark. He has the Phillies at 9. Like we said, they're rolling. He has the Cardinals at 8. Another team, big
They've been more
surprise. No one
consistent.
thought they
That's
were.
why I put them at 8.
What's that?
They've been more consistent than Philly. That's why I have them at 8.
Yeah, I mean, fair. They have been. But where can Philly go? That's why I have them a little higher. We got the Yankees at 7, dropping a few spots. I mean, they just lost Max Fried, so that makes sense. I got the Brewers at 6, a little bit higher than I had them.
Hey, sorry,
They
Luke,
have-
2 in their last 10.
can I interrupt real quick?
What's up?
I'm mad that both of y'all. I don't care if they're 17-31. I don't care if they're 6.5 games out of first. Where are the Angels on the list, bro?
Come
What
on,
the-
man.
Where are the Angels, bro?
Maybe
what are we-
next week
Bro,
I'm
Mike
trying to
Trout's killing it.
try to make room for them on my
are we
not top
doing,
10
bro?
list.
What are we doing?
Grayson Rodriguez is getting shelled. All things
Dude,
are
Grayson
right in the
Rodriguez
world.
throws like 89 miles an hour.
Alek Manoah throws like 84. Luke, you can almost throw as hard as Alek Manoah.
They out there throwing wiffle balls.
Oh man. But yeah, Cole has the Padres at 5. Then he has the same top 4 as me: Dodgers, Cubs, Rays, and Braves. So yeah, good minds think alike on that top 4. So good job, Cole, with that. If we're talking about the Angels, man, I don't know what to say, man. I mean, like, what is that team? Like, they
How
have
is
that.
Alek Manoah still in Major League Baseball?
You know why? Because he doesn't feel pressure. Pressure is something that you feel that is in your tires.
When your team's
that-
actually good. Yeah.
Bro, I just don't understand what happened.
I don't really know either. Like, he was so good for like a year.
He was so good.
A year-ish with the Blue Jays. Then it just completely derailed. I really think that interview with him talking about the tires was like the start of his downfall, honestly.
It really was.
So, yeah, I don't know.
So, Luke, I have something I want to bring up, and I texted this to you. So, I was arguing with my coworkers
This
today.
is some
I'm
shit
pretty
right
sure.
here.
I'm,
This is some shit right
Excuse me.
here.
I'm pretty sure I was getting rage baited. I'm like 99% sure I was getting rage baited, bro. They said if they had 1,000 chances against Paul Skeens, they could get a hit off of him.
Okay, are we talking 1,000 pitches or 1,000 at bat?
Pitches.
Is he
Pitches.
fresh for every pitch?
Huh?
He's fresh for every pitch, like 100% for
Yeah.
every pitch. Oh, no way. No way.
Well,
No
here's
chance
the
in
thing, though.
hell.
Is he Here's another question: is he throwing a fastball on every pitch?
No. But I did
Okay.
tell them he could tell them what's coming and they still couldn't hit it.
I feel like, I mean, so are you the people at your work? Are any of them like? Did any of them play baseball at a level like above like high school
They didn't play baseball ever.
ever?
Oh,
So
no,
yeah,
no, okay.
no one's touching that, right?
Not you.
I feel like if you put someone in there, yeah, no one's even getting close. I don't even think anyone swings remotely on time. You could have them go up there and close their eyes, and they'd have a better chance.
Their argument was that if you gave them 1,000 chances at anything, they could accomplish it.
1,000
once.
is crazy.
Yeah, no way. There's
But-
no way.
Here's what I was telling them. I was like, Paul Skeens could be on the mound giving you like curveball, slider, fastball, changeup, and they still could not touch it.
I feel like though, if it's like someone like you or I who played baseball like a little bit, if it was a fastball every single pitch and you knew it was going to be a fastball,
You would get a
I
chance.
feel
at it.
like we could at least hit a couple foul balls and maybe put
Foul
one
ball,
in play.
yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
put one in play.
I might
yeah.
be able to
About
dribble
two.
one back to the mound.
If you're up there though and he's throwing different pitches, even if he's telling you what they are,
You're not hitting it.
I don't think 99.99999% of people even make remote contact.
Bro, I'm telling you, he could dead ass go up there and like even me, someone who played baseball my entire life, I could be in the box and he could go curveball. I'm swinging over the top of that bitch, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
And if it's your people at work who have never played baseball, you could throw them up there with a rake and they're not going to hit anything.
Yeah. Cool.
even if he was just throwing a fastball, he is so precise. He could dot them up.
Yeah,
He could probably
he
throw
can
a
definitely
birdie
knock
and they
them
still
up.
wouldn't hit it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Even if he was throwing like fastball every time, like he could dot it up in any location. He would just saw them off and like have them reaching for it and everything.
I feel like though, if it's like a fastball, middle every time, I feel like I could. I feel like I would start just half swinging. I feel like I could make some contact.
I feel like I'd have to swing as soon as he releases the ball.
Pretty much, yeah. You'd have to start your swing when he's right here with the ball. You have to start your swing then.
You don't even get a toe tap. You just have to be sitting on your back.
Oh yeah,
foot.
you just have to. I would literally just chop, just half swing, try to make a little bit of contact.
I have a question for you.
I feel like that's your best bet if making contact is
it's kind of switching. It's away from baseball, but it's just a quick question. So say you got the Eagles O-line. You're up against a pretty decent NFL defense. You got 10 carries to get 5 yards. Are you getting that 5 yards in those 10 carries?
Yes.
I would say definitely no.
Without a doubt.
I would say definitely no.
I'm definitely yes getting 5 yards, bro. Have you seen some of the holes that line has created?
That's why I said the Eagles. I was like, but my difference is
the fucking retirement home could get 5 yards.
My thing is, my thing is, our like sudden speed is very different from theirs.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that
you don't know the speed that those linebackers are coming
it's
at you
open
with.
like for a long time for them but for us, bro, that joint might close up like this. Like
I just gotta get like half a yard every carry and I'll get it.
That's also.
Oh, I thought you mean like one carry where you get 5 yards.
No.
Oh no,
you just 5 total
5 yards within 10 carries. Okay, that
10
makes
carries to get 5 yards.
Okay.
I have a better chance of getting 5 yards than I do fouling off a pitch of Paul Skeens.
I think so, yeah. I think so.
Dude,
I would agree.
They were listing all these things that were harder than hitting a baseball. I'm like, you're out of your fucking minds. They were trying to say like hockey is harder, which I was like, I debated, but I was like, no. And then they were like, ice skating's harder, like doing the figure 8 twirls. And shit. I'm like, fuck out of here.
Ice skating hard, bro.
I feel like doing anything in the NHL might be a little bit harder than hitting a baseball because just think, most people grow up playing some kind of baseball, at least like some kind of like wiffle ball or t-ball when they're 5 years old.
I did, yeah.
Most people don't grow up on skates. You know what I mean?
I think I have a better shot of scoring a goal in hockey than I do hitting a pitch off of Paul Skeens, who's genuinely trying to strike me out.
So you think you have a better shot of scoring a goal against an NHL goalie? So we'll say this: we'll say the Paul Skeens thing. You get 1,000 pitches to put one in play, or you get 100 shootout shots against an NHL goalie. Which one do you have a better chance of doing?
Oh, definitely the shootout.
I don't think so, bro. You don't know how like. I played hockey.
I just need him to fuck up one time.
I played against some really good goalies. It's tough, dude. And I'm
not saying it's not.
I don't know. I mean,
but like if I have to do one to save my life, I'm doing the shootout one because if Paul Skeens fucks up,
dude,
I can't capitalize.
You've literally told me that you can't ice skate because you are scared of falling down.
If my life depended on it, that's different.
Listen, you better get on. If my big ass can get on the ice, you gonna get on.
Okay, maybe if you get like a month of practice at the ice skating and playing hockey. But
I just think my second time ice skating, I could go around the whole thing without holding the railing. So once you
if
get
I
on
knew
there,
my life depended on it, I absolutely could skate.
My thing is doing that for me. I don't think I'm coordinated enough to be able to do the shootout and also be on ice, like on skates.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you're gonna have to go up there, make at least a decent shot, make a couple moves, be on balance on skates, and make a decent shot.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if Paul Skeens fucks up and hangs a curve, I'm probably not gonna be able to capitalize on that. If that goalie slips or makes a wrong move, it's easy to just flip that puck in.
But that's what I'm saying, though. None of us here, and I've played hockey, have let alone the skating, the hands to make a goalie slip like that. You know what I'm saying?
You're on ice. They could slip.
Dude, you don't know, dude. These goalies in the NHL are laser focused. They literally sit here and do exercises with their eyes to make sure that they're like locked in. They are.
Look, we're arguing about
different.
6 and half a dozen, okay? This is number 1 versus number 2, okay? Like, I'd rather shoot against Wemby than have to do either of those two things.
Okay, some shots against Wemby, I think I would do. I think I would pick that out
He
of
took
any.
it straight there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But
Everything's
like,
getting back.
but like doing like the twirls in the air for like figure skating and shit, I'd much rather do that than face Paul Skeens.
I don't know.
Fair.
I don't know. I get it. I don't know though.
And they were trying to say that like powerlifting 600 pounds is harder. Like, yeah, no fucking shit. But like, that's not the same thing.
Yeah, but like I feel like if you have enough time to train, you could do something like that if you dedicate your life to it. You know,
There's some stuff like if like right now, I feel like if we all now granted, it'd probably take a couple years, but if we all trained like maniacs, ate the right way, did what we were supposed to do, you can get a good like deadlift or something like that.
You can get a good deadlift.
I don't think we would ever be good enough to be hitting Paul Skeens' freaking pitches or shooting over Wemby or anything of that nature.
Or score on an NHL goalie.
It's a different field.
I'd rather shoot on Wemby than face an NHL goalie, though. For sure.
Yeah, I think I would too.
True.
Oh,
like
7
like
a lot, yo. 7'4".
The hardest things to do in sports: number 1, hit a baseball; number 2, score on an NHL goalie.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not like we're talking like this big of a gap. We're talking like a gap like this.
Yeah,
it's not. I'm not talking like it's like a mile gap.
I would agree. For just like an average person. Yeah.
I'm just saying, number 1, hitting a baseball; number 2, NHL goalie. Like it's like this close, but like baseball to me edges it out.
Fair.
Yeah.
Because like the goalie doesn't have 7 different pitches at 7 different speeds.
And now that I'm thinking about it, the one thing that could happen, and it does happen sometimes. Sometimes hockey players lose the way the blade goes in the skate. Sometimes the blade comes out. If the blade comes out, the goalie slips.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I'd much rather face the goalie, because when he fucks when that fucks up, I can capitalize. I can't capitalize on Skeens' fuck ups.
You sound like Jonah Hill.
Yeah, because his mess up is going to look like a completely different pitch than the fastball. So, yeah.
Unlimited power.
I have the power.
My man went Skeletor on me.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh, boy. That took me out. All right. We got anything else, fellas, before we get out of here? All right. As always, people, we appreciate you guys, man. Please leave a 5-star review on all our platforms: Spotify, Apple Pod, on YouTube. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. All right, where are we sitting at? Where are we at? We're at 4. Yeah. Wait, what the heck was that? 414?
414.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
We're at 414. Get us to 5. Man, I'm shooting for the stars here. Yeah. Get us to 5. Yeah. So no, as always, yo, we appreciate the support. Keep rocking with us. Cole, thank you for rocking with us this episode. We know, it's not easy for you to be kind of on the sideline. I mean, you were interactive, so we appreciate you, my boy. We appreciate
Dude,
you.
I can't help myself.
We appreciate you being tough. Ty, again, congratulations to you, my brother. You messed up my boy Cole, but it's okay. It was.
I do it 10 out of 10 times.
It was for good reason. It was for good reason.
It was.
But we love you guys, and that's all I got.
Subscribe.
Look, Black Doors, I'd never bail on you. Even in a time when I'm down and out, I'm still here for y'all. That's how much I love y'all and appreciate y'all. And even though I don't have a voice, you know how we end this.
We're not going to apologize for winning.
No, we are not.
We're not. We'll see you next week.